This observation instrument presentation is presented by Tana Gills and Shannon Scott. We divided our form into 6 categories that we feel should be the focal points of a supervisor during an observation. We place these components in this particular order based on what a supervisor could immediately observe upon entering a classroom. The 6 categories we chose are classroom environment and organization, classroom management, classroom instructor, instructor's lesson, instructional styles and methods, and biblical integration.
We selected classroom environment and organization to be the first category on our form because this is an area that a supervisor will immediately notice. Classroom displays should be neat, grade level appropriate, and exhibit high quality work. The students' work should be exhibited around the classroom. Does the teacher create a positive environment in order to ensure that students will feel safe to answer questions, participate in classroom discussion, and be actively involved in classroom activities? Is the classroom neat and clean? Is the seating arrangement appropriate for the lesson or activity taking place?
We chose classroom management to be the next focal point of a supervisor because after observing the environment, he could immediately notice the orderliness or chaos of student behavior within the classroom. As an observer surveys this area of the form, he should notice whether the teacher has clear expectations in regards to student behavior, if the instructor deals immediately with inappropriate behavior, and recognizes or rewards appropriate behavior. They should also look for how teachers keep their students on task, and if the transitions are smooth.
Thirdly, the supervisor's attention will be drawn to the classroom instructor. The instructor should be someone who is punctual, reliable, and most importantly, professional in his appearance and character. He should also exemplify expertise in subject matter, display a friendly and positive attitude, be enthusiastic, use good body language, facial expression, gestures, and eye contact. He should treat every student with respect, and his voice should stimulate the student's interest and attention.
Since the supervisor has entered the classroom, he has evaluated the classroom's environment, management, the instructor, and even parts of the lesson. However, now the supervisor will take a more in-depth look at the instructor's lesson. He should notice if the teacher reviews previous material, if the lesson is organized and clearly explained, is grade level appropriate, does it state clear and measurable objectives, are the activities clear and well planned, and lastly, are the evaluation methods consistent with the learning objectives?
Next, we come to the instructional styles and methods. This area is particularly important because it will determine how much students involve themselves in the lesson and how they relate to the material that is being presented. Ultimately, it will affect their desire and further their interest to learn. A supervisor should be aware of whether a variety of strategies, resources, and questions are being implemented within the lesson. Students should be given an adequate amount of time to answer questions, and their answers should be responded to constructively.
The last category, yet the most important one in a Christian school, is biblical integration. The classroom environment is a place that should be centered on biblical principles, and these principles should be evident somewhere within the classroom. The teacher should model a Christ-like spirit in his instruction and interaction with the students. Finally, the teacher's lesson should point students to biblical truths.
One of the main goals of a supervisor is to provide his teachers with encouragement and to aid them in understanding their strengths and weaknesses within the classroom. Meaningful feedback helps teachers reflect on their teaching and make necessary improvements to help them become more effective in the classroom. This is why we designed our observation instrument with comment boxes at the end of each section for the supervisor to encourage the teacher and offer helpful suggestions.